here checking in, okay? And we are back on another episode of Pillow Talk Podcast, Season 6 with it, okay?
Yeah,
Period, don't play.
Season
Don't
6.
play with me, pay me. That's all I'm saying, you know? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all. We just want our money.
Right.
Make sure you guys follow me on IG, RobbieE93, and Pillow Talk Podcast on all major platforms, okay? Go ahead and subscribe. We are on iHeart, Apple, Google, Amazon, damn it, wherever the hell you stream. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button, okay? Gotta give a shout out to my bro, 290. Okay, he had his Thank You for Listening awards last night. Super lit. It was a vibe, okay? It was BYOB, so you know I was there. Anywhere I can bring liquor, willingly get drunk in public, and no one's gonna judge me, I'm there. But no, it was really fun. Shout out to all of the award winners, all of the nominees.
Yes.
It was really a vibe. Shout out to Urban Deluxe Cafe, holding it down. If you guys never been there, it's really a nice vibe. It's very intimate, you know, very cutesy. You gotta come cute. But it was a vibe. I enjoyed myself. I'm happy that Chicago, you know, is getting them awards out. Now, I will say this, and I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. Because a lot of people feel some type of way about the awards, and I don't really know why. I love seeing people get recognition, you know what I'm saying, for working hard. Yeah. All I say is once you get this recognition, what you gonna do with it going forward? You know, like make sure that you're putting in the work, make sure you're utilizing the credibility. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it's for. Use this to build your resume to the next level, to the next step. Don't just say like you've reached this milestone and then this is it. So I hope to see people go super hard now that you guys are award winning, period.
You have a year because somebody's going to win it the next year. Is it going to be you?
Okay. She not wrong. She not wrong.
Yes, right.
Okay, and then I got to give a shout out to Bottle Service Podcast because, baby, we won an Illy Award, though. Shout out to Bottle Service Podcast. Shout out to Black T Bibbs, Aqua the Vibe, Shy Blizz, and D Smith. Bibbs, first off, Bibbs, you know what? We'll get to that later. But Bibbs was just very nonchalant, like we won, and then he got all excited. But Bottle Service is a great podcast. You know what I'm saying, nigga? You know, because he worked really hard. That is his platform. You know, I'm just happy to be a part of it. But he really put in the work for that. He deserved that award. So shout out to him, and shout out to the Illy Awards too. I heard that was good as well. People was gonna say what they gonna say, but y'all keep doing y'all shit. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say on that.
Yeah, keep
now,
doing.
I know y'all see this beautiful woman here next to me. Y'all know I gotta, do my little sponsor run in the beginning. That's just how it goes.
That matters.
But
shout out to the sponsors. Keep them coming.
Period.
Please.
We got the one and only, okay, Naommi 2Ms in the building, okay, holding it down, 2Ms for that.
Hey y'all, it's Naommi with 2Ms. You know I'm hotter, so who them?
So happy to have you here, y'all. She be everywhere. First off, this is a traveling ass artist, okay? Really just performer, influencer, everything, all the above.
Thank you.
So I'm happy that you're finally here. We chopping it up on the couch.
Yeah,
okay?
I'm so excited. Look, I'm just keep cheesing. This is crazy. Am I gonna be like this the whole time? I don't know, but I'm so happy I'm here.
Yes.
I'm so happy I'm here.
I'm happy
and
you're here
thank you for having me.
Of course.
Yes.
I love it.
Shout out to the Chi-Town.
Period. Chi-Town.
Yes.
Don't play with us. Pay us. Period. But Miss Naommi, she has been doing her thing. I had the pleasure of meeting you. Actually, it was during the South by Southwest competition.
Yes.
Shout out to Rich Van.
Yeah, shout out to Rich Valiant.
So that was the first time I got to see you on stage, see your aura, and I definitely was blown away. I was like, okay.
You was rocking with me, and I ate it up.
Yeah.
I love it. 2Ms loves the pretty girls, and the pretty girls loves 2Ms. Just remember that. Yeah, shout out to the pretty girls.
Period. But no, I love that. I love your stage presence, and I like the way that you interact with people. I feel like that's really important as a star. So we're going to get into her music, y'all, who she is as a person, and we're going to get a little bit more into the independent side of music, something that she wants to touch on, which I feel is very, very important as well. So you are from Oklahoma?
Yes, I'm from Oklahoma.
What the hell is going on in Oklahoma? Let me know what's going on in the O. Do y'all call it the O? No.
We call it Smokelahoma. I'm from Smokelahoma. Paws and pokers on it. Let me stop. Okay. Let me stop. Nah. That's one of my songs. But yes. So Oklahoma, it's a small town that's attempting to be a big city. So like right now, this is like development stages. But when I say from 10 years, because shout out to OKC Thunder, baby, we going to the finals. But the last time we were in the finals, which was 2013, Oklahoma looked way different. We had just got this new highway and all that. But I mean, we have so many new big buildings and everything. Like they're really putting a lot of money into tourism and to be attracted to a big business. So if you haven't been to Oklahoma within the last 2-3 years, you gotta come. And I'm ready for y'all to come.
Yeah.
Everybody keeps talking about we need to come to Oklahoma.
We do.
Yes, come on.
What is the music scene like in Oklahoma?
So it really depends what you're talking about, but country is a big thing. I need to get into the country bag, you know, but one day we'll get there.
Yeah.
I'm still learning my sound, but and so country is definitely number one. But I mean, it's a lot of hip hop talent there, and it's like hidden gems. It's but pop. So I'm really like, even though I'm a rapper, I'm more of a pop rapper, like a pop artist, you know, and I just see things a little differently, you know, and go to different venues too than just like one genre. So I see it all. So honestly, I feel like any city you can find it. But yeah, so
nice.
But country is definitely number one.
Yeah, number one country.
Yeah, that's definitely selling.
Well, country has good stories though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yes,
country music has great stories. It's a great foundation for just songwriting. So I ain't mad at that.
Yeah, well, because you can go on both sides, and you just made me think of this, but you know, she's my favorite artist. But shout out to Beyonce, you know, literally hitting, I'm breaking the standard, constantly breaking the barriers, the standard, and all, and I mean, killing it. She did $55 million in a 5-day same city tour in Los Angeles, and that broke the record for all country tour as a whole, and that was just one city. She came to Chicago, which I seen some of y'all went to Cowboy Carter. Some of y'all, I shout out to Chicago, and did big numbers then too. And it's just like, we just had to say congratulations because you know a lot of people didn't want her to do country and all that, and she is killing it.
She is. She doing her thing.
Yes.
She's raising the bar.
That's
definitely.
Right. Yes.
So as far as you know, growing up in Oklahoma, because I always like to know, like, who were you before you were this? You know, like what led you to this point? So growing up, like, did you see yourself always doing music, or was there something else you was doing first?
No. I just started making music 3 years ago, and I always liked music. I mean, literally would be freestyling with my cousins and stuff, but never took it like serious. You know, it's like 3 years ago, and but no, so as you know, growing up, I was an athlete. You know, so like the team mechanism thing, that's like a really important thing to me, and I'm like I feel like I'm a natural born leader, like, so being captain and all that, like cheer, track, and volleyball and stuff. Anyway, and I always say I'm a green square. That's why I you know, with the music industry, I have to like be hesitant because, you know, as you see, I'm a very friendly, bubbly person, and like, no, some people don't deserve to be around that, but so I always say I'm a green square. So like, I'll be like, yeah, somebody else needs to handle it. But that's me though. That's literally my core. Like bubbly, great energy, you know, high energetic, you know, individual. And I hate my voice is going, but
it's okay. We can hear you.
Okay, period.
The mic is on.
The mic is on.
We can hear you. The mic is on.
Period.
No, I love that. You are very bubbly, you know, and a very good people person, like I mentioned before as well. You also are an insurance agent, so that's like that's big girl job.
So it's a new endeavor. Well, and new is because I'm still within like the first 6 months. Okay. But it kind of fell in my lap. It really was like an alley hoop of God, really. And like you said, being a people person, like, and I just started just as an assistant to this insurance agent, and he was busy. And then he was like, you need to get your license. And so I did, and now, you know, and it's going really well. Nice. So yes, potentially, my music will even turn to cater to that because I use music to market things. Like I got some wigs over here, girl. I meant to ask you if you had a manicure, but I left mine. But anyway, you know, just little things. But the music is a marketing tool for all of that. So you might see a different 2Ms soon. Talking about insurance.
Yes. Yes, we might need that track because y'all don't get insurance. Y'all niggas know y'all need insurance.
Hey, everyone, especially life insurance. Okay, and there's so many different ways, you know, that could be budget friendly or whatever, but we all need it. It literally is the definition of generational wealth is life insurance. So you heard it here first.
I love that. We're gonna circle back on that because that's deep. I love that, definitely.
Yes.
Now we're gonna get more into the sound because I think a lot of what you do musically, I think is very intriguing. It's different. It's fresh take. And right now, there's, you know, an influx of women in music right now. We just like running shit. Just dominating shit.
Right.
So how do you feel putting your stuff out, you know, as far as like other people? Do you feel any competition or like, you know, any swayed moments where you're like, maybe I shouldn't do this because I see this, or I'm just going to do it because I want to do it?
Ooh, that's a great question. So the first part, competition, it's funny with competition. Competition can be good, you know, as long as you have the right intentions of competition. Like, I mean, my best friends were my competitors running track and stuff. Sometimes they would win a race, sometimes I would win, and we were going hard. And people didn't understand because after we ran, we were acting up. They're like, wait, but it's like friendly competition is good, but like negative, nasty stuff or jealousy or envy, never been that. And I literally credit my mother for that because she's just a very loving person, you know. So it's like I see you can be like that, you know. So be loving, but so competition, I'm never like, I better, you know. No, I'm literally like, dang, she did the hell out of that. I need to learn how to do that, or, you know, whatever. Like, because you can always get better, you know, and seeing other people, you can learn off people and all that. So competition isn't bad for me, and I hope I answered.
Yeah,
okay.
no, I
and
love
then
that.
the second part, the second part you said,
do you ever feel like you need to, you know, do something somebody else is doing, or you just do whatever you want to do for your music?
So it's kind of funny. I think it depends what you're targeting, right? So, you know, natural 2Ms, I'm, like I said, very pop, upbeat, happy, you know, stuff. But sometimes, you know, you gotta get a little gangster. So it's funny because 2Ms has definitely evolved, because now I realize 1M is your Afrobeat pop girl, and then the other M is a gangster.
Okay.
No. I was good.
Okay, look, heavy on the gangster.
Right. But it is fun. It's fun. And so then it's like, oh, I want to make a club banger.
Yeah.
Oh, I need this upbeat. Okay, this is the kind of beat I need. I got to get in this pocket and I have to talk about this. You know, I don't always talk about ass or whatever, you know, but I'm talking about some ass today, you know, like we going to talk about it too. But, you know, it's still also like, where do you want your boundary to be? You know, like, who are you catering to? That song wouldn't be a song for kids. At least we would have to switch up some lyrics. You know? But I have songs for kids, you know, so it's like, it depends what you're targeting. And I think I'm still trying to find my sound.
Okay.
And, you know, so we're just kind of playing it by ear. But me and Uchi Gang, which will be there, we were at the studio with JTE on 35th Studio Productions. Anyway, we were there for 6 hours, and I wanted this club banger beat so bad, and I had just sent it to Uchi, and because I wanted him to feature or whatever. I had just sent it to him before we got on the plane to come here, and we were in the studio, and he was like, "This is not enough time, but we made a banger, okay?" And it's something I've never done before, and even the pocket I was in. Shout out to Ali that was recording us, but. Yeah, it's just crazy, like how being in different places or different people, you know, like, no, do that or don't, you know. It's like, whoa, who is this person? Like, you know, in the confidence. So I guess more reps. But yes, I never competition. It's a good thing to me. And then
just trying different stuff.
Sorry, I'm like, God, I could go, boy, I could go. That's
no, I love that though. I love that. I think that's important too. You know, as you're trying to build your sound, you want to try different stuff, see what works and what doesn't. You know, a lot of great music was made in the most random ways, at retreats and hotel rooms and closets and all types of stuff. Tim's, she's one of my new favorite artists now because her story, you know, outside of her music, but her story is amazing.
Well, and nowadays, as an artist, you have to tell your story. People, I mean, the radio, that's all they knew was you and the music. That's it. You could be private. Nowadays, no. What's your struggle? What should I even be supporting you? Are you racist? They wouldn't know.
Right. What's wrong with you?
No,
What's
literally, right.
You
what
know?
happened, girl?
Yeah, I love that.
But we as artists, we have to tell our story, you know? And that kind of goes to what you were saying as far as like with the independency and stuff.
Yeah, but it's definitely important with the story.
Yes.
But with Tim's, you know, she made a lot of her music in her home on her computer. Steve Lacy is another person who recorded all his stuff on his phone. Like his first album was on his phone. So I always like to see the process of artists, you know, in different genres, because you never know. You're just enjoying the music. You don't even know everything that went into the music. So that's really important. You know, as you build your artistry, just tapping into that. So I like that.
Yes.
Another thing, too, before we get into the independency, I got to, you know, get your opinion on the female rappers that are out, female artists that are out, because we are dominating the scene, and we want to keep dominating. No shade. Like, we want to keep,
because we're
dominating.
We're showing how it should be done.
Yeah, we're showing it. And we're, you know, stretching the horizon as far as like branding and just changing what it means to be a female, you know, star now. You know, you're not even just limited to, I'm just a music star. I'm all around.
No, right. I'm a mogul.
Yeah, like, you can do it all. Like, so, you know, seeing some of the people that are out right now, do you have anybody, you know, newer that you kind of see like, I'm really rocking with that? Like, who are some, or one person maybe that you fuck with?
That I really fuck with? Female rapper that I like.
Or
really.
Any female artist.
Well, I'm like, it's a few of them.
Okay.
So, if I had to pick one, dang, that's kind of tough. But I really like, I'm gonna say Ken the Man. Okay. Yeah. And the reason I'm saying her is because she has stayed in her pocket for years. I heard Ken the Man, I mean, it was like 2014, but she rapping just like how she rapping now. Now people catching on, but she been catchy. She been just literally in her pocket. It is like, now y'all catching up, but she's grinding. And like, I can't wait to see her breakthrough, like, cause it's coming. Like, it should have been here. You know how I feel, but Ken the Man, she's really, yeah, I'll give her.
I like that.
Yeah.
I fuck with that. Yeah. It's important. We got to give each other our flowers, you know, that so that we keep propelling, so that we keep evolving.
Yes.
And then as far as you growing your brand and you're on social media, you know, you're doing TikToks and, you know, connecting with the people. Do you ever feel like burnt out as far as nowadays trying to just promote yourself? Because it seems like everybody has to have a social media presence for you to even be relevant, you know, but it can be tiring. So with you being an artist and just juggling all the things you're trying to do, you know, how do you stay on it without feeling burnt out?
Oh my God, you are coming with the questions. That is a great question, because yes, I get burnt out. Are you kidding me? Like, we're serial entrepreneurs. We both have to go to work. We both doing what? So you get it. You know, it's a lot that comes to play. And then traveling is like, oh my God.
Because you travel a lot.
I try to. And people like Uchi Gang, like my team, he's helped me travel, because I wouldn't be at half of the places if it wasn't for him. So team really matters. Like, and of course, money. Oh my God, all this stuff costs money. Yes, but it is a lot to juggle. And then you're telling me I gotta send out 150 DMs, post 7 reels, do 1 carousel, do 10 feed, need the things on, and that's just on one platform. Then go to TikTok. Oh, don't forget about live. Go edit this. Oh, you need to edit your shit because you have. Girl, what?
Okay.
Look here, I'm about to keep going. Nah, I'm just kidding. But it's for a lot. No, like, it really is a lot. So it's like, that's why when my friends send me something, or if I see them on my feed, because when I go on like a lot of the sites, it's just to go on there for a second, make sure I ain't on no DMs or nothing. But if it's one of my friends shit, I don't even care what I like, because the time and effort that took. And then some of their reels, if you're watch your friends' reels at least the first 10 seconds.
Okay.
Let's get this algorithm back. Because what's going on with the algorithm? I don't know if you...
I don't know.
But it's I have low engagement, and it's just really strange. It's
and
just
see, and that's another thing, too, when you're talking about promoting yourself. Like, not only do you have to make the content, now you have to learn the damn algorithm for the damn social sites. It's
it's giving shadow ban over here. Because where are my people at? All them followers and nobody's seeing my shit. Are you kidding?
That's
my
another
stuff.
thing. We definitely cuss on you.
Okay.
You're good. You all right.
Okay.
But that's another thing too with the shadow banning. There's been a conversation about black creators versus white creators, or predominantly white creators, or just black and brown creators being shadow banned and not being aware of the algorithm and things like that. Yeah. So I just like that you're pointing that out, because I've had that. I feel like at moments, like I don't have a whole bunch of followers, but I have a very good average reach that is like always,
right, your average
in the thousands, whatever, closer to that.
And it's crazy.
And it's like you have to fight a little harder to have your shit be seen.
This is not even flexing because I'm upset, but how do I have 86,000 and I'm not even getting 1,000 views? That is insane to me. You can't tell me I'm doing something wrong because I don't know. It's weird, and it's just strange to me. And it's like I feel like Instagram wants me to pay for ads, but it's not even worth it. At the end of the ads, you're like, I spent $5 a click.
Really, nigga?
Right.
Really, nigga?
Bruh.
No, I think that's some real shit, because that's another element that can discourage people from continuing their path.
Oh my God,
you start doing your shit and you get traction and you get discouraged when you hit a certain shadow band. So with you, because you travel, if y'all don't know, she be on it. When you do feel kind of those shadow ban moments, or just like the lack of online, what are some things you've done, to build your brand outside? Because I feel like you have a great real life brand outside of social media.
I do, and I honestly, word of mouth is still the number one marketing tool. Like if you're not a conversationalist or a networker, like, you don't need to be an entrepreneur. You don't need to be trying to sell a brand, because word of mouth really does do it. I don't even really post about my hair anymore, but it gets sold. Like, it gets bought, and it's literally just me texting repeat clients or them telling their friends. So it's word of mouth works. And I think it works better than social media. Yeah, social media can get you to places that's around the world in seconds. That's how I met my producer, Jazzy Bass B. Shout out to Jazzy. He's in Nairobi, Kenya. And he makes all my beats. And when I tell you, he literally fusses at me because I will call him the day of, which, remember, they're on the other side of the world. So when it's sun out here, it's dark here. I'll message him like, oh my God, I need this beat so bad, help me. And he'll wake up, I'll be asleep by that time. He'll be like, oh my God, why do you always do this? But then he made the beat, and it's everything on me. I'm here, money shit. And he's like, all right, I'm not gonna say nothing else. But it's crazy though. But Instagram introduced me to him, and it's a lot of other people I would have never met. Like, I would have never met Rich Brown if it wasn't for Instagram. It's just like a lot like that helped me. But once you have that avenue, you have to put the work in. You have to maximize on that. Like, in having great energy and being able to talk to people is what I feel like any artist need. You need people skills, because I don't know, especially you trying to be independent. It's like,
facts. No, I love that though. That's very important for people to know. Even outside of you being a music artist, if you're just trying to build a brand, it is important for you to establish whatever credibility you make online to convert that in real life. I know I always mention to people, and I probably will do a course. I don't know. I just be busy. But I'm a lot closer to, $10,000 in real life than I am $10,000 in followers.
And that matters more.
And it's like, that is the reality of whether or not your brand is effective. Can you monetize what you're selling people online? Is it worth the value? So sometimes I have to look at people who are, whatever, have so many followers, whatever. Are you making money? Are you struggling? Are you sufficient, in it? Because if you're not, then you got to reroute whatever the fuck you selling online, because it's not generating no money.
Right. You need to find something that's targeting all those followers.
Yeah. So seriously. Make sure y'all, work on that. Like I said, she has a great personal brand. She's able to move and groove with the shadow band or not. You know what I'm saying? And that matters.
And we still moving, baby.
Okay.
Instagram, you can't stop me, bitch.
Period. But that matters on my soul.
No,
like,
it does.
Having that brand, being able to move, network, and still make your money and just thrive is important. So don't lose sight, y'all, of the word of mouth. Like she said, don't lose sight of that. Making sure you build those connections, man, because I feel like that's important.
It is.
So now we got to tap into you being an independent artist. You had some people that was all in your Kool-Aid, like, what's up with the music? Where the shit at? You said, I'm finna tell y'all what the fuck is up. So this is a very important topic. I think a lot of people do want to get more insight on that. So let's get into that a little bit now that you have your music one specific place. So what's going on with that?
Okay. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for asking. So, you know, I decided to go fully independent when I first started this, just because I never necessarily saw music being the primary income or the primary thing for me. So I needed to be flexible. I can't be signed under somebody's contract telling me I need to do this and that when I got other stuff to do. Like, very busy. And we have to stay busy because, hey, my mom is one of the busiest people ever. And yeah, but she's like, my mind is great. I'm fit. I feel great. And that's right. We have to stay busy. Anyway, so I always said I'm going to be an independent artist. And I have ran into a lot of issues as far as with streaming. So backstory on why I now only put my songs out on Bandcamp and social media platforms right now. But backstory is because my top song, Unwind, it's an Afro beat. It had 200,000 streams on Spotify. And that paid me about $350 in the span of like a year and a half. And so I just started calculating, and it was like, you're only getting paid 1/8 of a penny per stream. And it's like, dang, I gotta get 8 plays to get a penny. This sounds crazy, you know. And then, but I was still proud of myself because I was hitting high numbers, you know. And shout out to my NaommiWith2Ms. That's my fan base. But we were putting that work in. We were asking anybody with a Spotify playlist, put 2M's on there. Put 2M's on there. And shout out to my fans. I love y'all so much. We just gonna keep going, man. Shout out to the Eminems. But anyway. So I was like, okay, you know, you're doing good. You're getting these numbers. But then one of my fans, they thought they were paying. Well, they did. They paid for Spotify promo through a third party. And they said it was only $5. They guarantee like 1,000 streams or whatever. And next thing you know, my Spotify flagged me and said I had 3% artificial bots, charged me $10 and took my song off the platform. What? And I was like, out of 200,000 streams, they say they paid for 1,000 streams, so I don't know if it was exactly 1,000 or what. But there's literally labels that has 15 million streams a month of bots, you know. But I'm an independent artist. Like, oh, you don't want me making any money, even though $350 in a year and a half, like it was a lot of work too. I'm like, I don't think this is a lot, you know. But I just felt offended, you know. And they said like, oh, if this happens again, we'll charge you $10 and take your song. But then they just did it, so it happened one time. So I was like, dang, I'm really letting these people, you know, take my power. Like that's how I felt. Take my buying power. So started researching. Shout out to Wardell Wilson. He's my producer at home and also my brother-in-law. But he's very big on independency, and he was telling me about Bandcamp, which Bandcamp is a name your price tool for music. So you can upload music videos or music, and then you can name your price. And starting as low as $1, you can own my song Why You See Me on there. And shout out to Why You See Me, because in 50 days, Why You See Me made $1,500.
Ooh. Okay, period.
So back to the streaming stuff. I got $350 for 200,000 streams. Meanwhile, it was 77 people that bought my song in 50 days, and I made $1,500. Like, are you kidding me? Why am I doing this streaming stuff? So literally, shout out to Bandcamp because it allowed independent artists to take their buying power back. Maybe one day I'll put the songs on streaming platforms, but right now I'm saying fuck Spotify. No. Yeah, y'all got me fucked up. But anyway, and one day it's gonna be like some really big artists is gonna be saying exactly what I'm saying, and then everybody will be like, yeah, fuck Spotify.
For real.
And Snoop Dogg actually was one of the first people, but that's another topic.
Yeah,
But yeah.
no, this some real shit. You know, a lot of artists from the 90s and all of that, they're, you know, trying to buy their masters back. Ryan Leslie, one of my favorite producers,
yeah.
you know, I had the pleasure to interview him once, but he's one, you know, who, he was ahead of the curve. Like, nah, I got to figure out a way to connect with my fans, you know, one-on-one, created a platform where he could connect with them. They could purchase stuff directly, you know, with him, through him,
right.
And make your money. So I do feel like this is an important conversation because the whole notion of pushing streaming and playlists and this, that, and the third, it is taken away from you making that money. Yeah. And real artists that do create the shit themselves, they want to get paid for that shit.
Right. Well, because it's my art. And think of how much money they're making off of monthly subscribers, and you're giving me 1/8 of a penny. That is insane.
That's wild
me.
as fuck. I didn't know that. That's wild.
Why yo?
But that's true.
Cancel.
And Spotify, y'all, because see, I'm Spotify bought Anchor, which you know is the podcasting platform. Okay, it was one of like the first podcasting platforms. I've been on Anchor since the shit came out.
Period.
And when Anchor came out, it was independent. It was a very low key, cheap app, but it got the job done. You could upload, you could get on Apple, whatever. Yeah. And I was able to make good money then. I was able to get good sponsorship. They had in-app ads that they would just plug for you and you could get paid.
Oh my God.
As soon as Spotify bought that hoe, the streaming went down. A lot of my old shit that was like 4 years ago got flagged for and it was under 10 seconds of music, used. But just all this other stuff that was coming in.
Yes, it's crazy.
And I'm like, right, y'all don't want motherfuckers to make no money. No. So I do feel like it's important. Like I'm thinking of redoing my Unruly Guidance website and just transferring everything to my site and having people go to the site. So I like that you told that story because I never knew Spotify was on that with artists.
No, literally, it's insane.
That's wild as fuck.
And then it's like y'all still want us to follow this rat race. I mean, I'm sure. Yeah, labels. They're talking about labels firing all these people. Well, I'm sure they're not about to keep signing artists because artists aren't going to keep signing these insane. This is crazy. You literally want. You want my likeness. You want my soul. You know when they say they snatching your souls? I mean, basically, because your likeness is your soul.
That's right.
So it's like.
That's right.
But yeah, so independency. Now I will say, independency is hard. It's difficult. Because you're working for yourself. You have to do everything. Unless you want to outsource and hire. If you got the budget for it, do it. Because, you only have so much time in the day. But it's hard. But I'm choosing this route. So we'll see how this goes.
You doing it.
Thank you.
Hey, as an independent media, I get it. So I support the cause, especially when you do your research like you did. She broke it down. Maybe some of y'all didn't know that. Now that you know that information with your music, you better make the right move if you really want to put the work in, because that shit costs. And it's a lot of time. Like you said, it is more work, but the reward is way greater. I mean, so...
Look at Kai Cenat, for example.
Yes.
30 days live streaming, he retired his whole family.
I love that.
In 30 days? He worked that 30 days.
He is. And he giving other people who deserve the opportunity.
Yeah, that's who.
That's who. Who deserve that shit. I love it. I love it. Absolutely love it. Absolutely.
So, Kai, you better be calling Robbie me, okay?
You feel me? Just let me moderate.
Yeah.
I don't need to stay the whole 30 days, though. That's a lot.
No,
I'm on the older side
hours.
of the spectrum. I got old habits now. I get irritated as fuck. That 10th day. Who is playing this music? Who the fuck? And then ain't them little beds? Oh, hell no.
The YN?
Hell no. I need a queen size. Y'all gotta put one in here for me. Period.
I need my own room. I need to close this door and lock it. And no camera can be in there. You might catch me doing something I shouldn't be doing.
I need my robe. I need a separate bathroom. I don't want to share this bathroom with these little niggas.
No, I couldn't do it. But I like you said, I would just need my little segment.
Yeah, I pop in or whatever. Moderated shit. But after that 10th hour, I'm about to roll the fuck up out of here. Good night. The fuck? Y'all eating Cheetos and shit? Nah, but he doing his thing.
Nah, I was too. I can't do it. I can't.
I'm getting on the auntie side now. I'm getting some habits.
I love it.
I'm getting some habits.
Who would have thought? I made it to auntie. I made it to auntie. You know. Who would have thought? Look, yeah, we gotta cheers to the aunties. I love it. Hey, call me auntie. Please do.
Because the auntie's killing it right now.
It actually seems better to be auntie. You know? Yeah.
For real though. The aunties wasn't like this when I was little. They wasn't like this.
No.
I went to I had to go do something with my nephew the other day, whatever. Just be on my chaperone shit.
Yeah.
And I'm going to the liquor store. It was like 2:00 in the afternoon. Fuck y'all. I had a long ass week. So I needed a little drink that day.
Happened.
But I showing the damn person my ID, they thinking I'm lying. I said, man, it's 2025. I don't even know where the fuck to get a fake ID. I don't even know what.
It's because you're so beautiful. They like, look at this little girl.
You know, but you're not 30. I'm 32.
Period.
By the way, so I have no shame.
30 in April. So
Period.
Look, aunties. Got aunties for life. Yes, we the real life aunties.
Okay, the auntie, and I'm not mad at it.
And I'm happy.
Like,
who would have thought? Who would have thought? That's all I'm going to say. And I got friends who didn't make it to auntie stage. You know what I'm saying? And sadly, some of them I lost to the fentanyl crisis that nobody wants to speak of, but I always talk about. But man, y'all be careful about what you buying, because fentanyl's at an all-time high. It's an epidemic, and out next.
Yeah.
I definitely say that.
Definitely important. But yeah, shout out to the auntie. Shout out to 30 and up women, y'all. They trying to put us in the auntie realm. We gotta own that shit.
Yeah, period.
But I'll tell you this, as a new auntie.
Yeah. Come on, all aunties, y'all gotta tell me something.
As a new auntie,
we're the seasoned aunties.
Cause you 28 and 29-year-old hoes, you right there.
Yeah,
all right, you're right there.
Yeah, you are.
But
no, literally,
go to the gym. Start going to the gym.
We were just talking about that.
Even if it's just for an hour a day or 30 minutes a day or 4 hours a week or whatever, go take your ass to the gym. Walk, lift a weight, bust a swim,
bust a squat.
Bust a squat.
How about 10
you know, like make
Get
sure you
lifted.
are moving your body, okay? Another thing too is take your ass to bed. Sleep, sleep. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Talking to me right now.
I'm gonna tell you better take your ass sleep.
Meanwhile, the notes page is going crazy. All the people I done met in Chicago, they cracking up because I said, Chicago, I haven't slept in days.
Oh my God. See, you gonna fall out.
But
you can do that for a little bit.
Yeah, right. Well, and, you know, we almost close to being gone, but I gotta keep going, girl.
Yeah. You on a mission. You on a mission.
I'm on a mission.
But when you get back, take your ass to bed.
I'm out of there.
Just make sure y'all sleep. You know, getting your rest is very important. You can't go run the streets and be your awesome self if you're, run down. Yeah. And that shit gonna play into your face, baby. It's gonna play into your skin. You're gonna be looking crazy. Yeah. You're gonna be seeing triple
eyes, bags, all of that.
You know, so take your ass to sleep.
Go to sleep. You heard it here first.
Okay, so we're going to take a quick moment to hear from another sponsor, Legacy Reentry Foundation. If you know somebody who is justice impacted or has just been released from incarceration and they are looking for somewhere to go to start over, I highly recommend you check out this organization.
Yes.
Yeah, you're going to have to make sure that you get all the kids. Hey, let me call you right back. All right. What's going on, everybody? Man, my name is Josh. I'm one of the directors of the LAMP program, Legacy Arts and Media Program. I'm telling you all, you have to hear this news that I'm about to share with you. We're about to do this web series called The Root of All Evil, and you definitely want to be a part of it. We're going to have youth, young adults, so many influential people up in this thing that you don't want to miss it. It's going to deal with everything from like dealing with the stuff that they deal with. You know, our youth today, they deal with so much peer pressure, being pressured into using drugs and alcohol and, these parties and everything. And what this web series is really dealing with is being able to deal with the situations that, the kids in our time deal with.
You can ask that real quick?
Oh, my fault, bro. But yeah, that's what we're going to be dealing with in this web series, because I'm telling you all, We need this.
Come on, man.
Dang,
You
my
put me
fault.
on head, bro.
My fault.
You wanna get messed up?
No,
You know like, bro?
no. But you're gonna enjoy it tremendously. So make sure you tune in to what we're doing here with this web series. If you are an aspiring actor, you think you can act, you have a desire to act, or any type of way, we're hosting a casting call that you definitely want to be a part of. You don't want to miss this. You definitely don't want to miss this. So let me ask you a question. So y'all are here because you really want to be married.
Ring on it.
Yeah, ring on it. Gotta communicate to get the ring.
Shit, here we go. Let me tell you about this girl.
So you don't want to miss it. It's going to be here in Waukegan. Dang. No, Zach, hold on. I don't know the address. But it'll be on the flyer. It'll be on the
Yeah, I'll put it.
Because I can't, it's 11090, so I can't remember. You know about her? So make sure you're here next week, 1095 North Green Bay Road in Waukegan. It's going down. Bring your son, your daughter, and let's make this happen.
I thought you said you could sing.
I can't say what you talking about.
It's not it. It's not.
Hold on, give me 1 second.
You can't even sing though.
Give me 1 second. Hold on. I would rather go blind, boy.
Cut.
Shout out to Legacy Reentry Foundation, located in Waukegan, Illinois. So if you guys again are, recently out of the justice system, somebody that has been justice impacted, you need resources, I highly recommend you go to Legacy. That is the nonprofit I work for.
Yeah.
So, you can go and get clothes. We have expungement, job fair, we have mentorship. We have a lot of tools there, studios, all types of stuff. So make sure you guys go check out Legacy. All right, now, y'all, it's my favorite part of the game. We playing 10 minutes of honesty. Okay, you ready?
Sounding like Beyonce.
You ready? Look, don't, girl.
You
Don't
ready?
hype me up. Don't hype me up. Don't hype me up. Okay, hype me up. So y'all already know the rules. Okay, we got 10 minutes, and she gonna just keep it a buck. 100. I'm gonna know if you lying.
Ooh.
Don't lie.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'll never lie to you, Robbie.
Okay, let's see. First question. Let me get. And of course, if y'all want to send in questions, y'all can always DM questions.
Yes.
People was DMing me some weird questions last year, but I love y'all. Is there an age limit on marriage?
Age limit? Nah.
No. Okay.
I think because it just depends how life is with, you and that partner, but if that is something you want to do, you better communicate it because they might not want to do that. So you need to know.
True.
Yeah.
True. I don't want to be 80 getting married. I ain't gonna hold y'all though. No shade. I want that already in the bag. I don't want my nipple down here trying to get a man trying to marry me. Just saying.
I respect that. I respect that.
No, I love that. Okay,
Yeah.
no limit, y'all. Next question. Cause I know Naommi, she gonna keep it a buck.
Yeah.
What is the best advice about loss?
Ooh.
Some of these be deep.
Damn,
Some of them be deep.
That's wow.
Some
Loss. So the beautiful things about loss is you actually start to sit back and ponder on the time you spent with that person or thing, and then you think about how it made you feel and stuff. Hopefully it's a good thing.
Yeah.
If it's a bad thing, then yeah, you needed that loss, because and that's even like, because at first I was thinking loss like, oh, somebody passes or you lose or something, but also just loss of, you don't have that friendship anymore, and like stuff like that, like because I have friendships that like, whatever happened, we went separate ways, but it never like have I felt like ugly about anything, but I also am like, dang, like you start sitting back and you're like, oh, I should have I should have never been your friend, or
Facts.
just stuff like that. But sometimes when you're in it, you don't see it. But when you lose it, then and if you ever lost me, it's definitely a loss. Yeah.
Period. To the left, to the left.
We gonna be talking about Beyonce this whole time.
I know.
Right. I love it.
You ain't wrong about that. Okay. Favorite body part on a man?
Ooh. So this kind of changes, but I got me a new boyfriend. And,
Period.
I never.
We like that.
I never thought that I would care so much about the chest muscles, but he has some girl.
Got the muscles going.
Oh yeah, gym every day, like what we was talking about. Okay,
we like that. We like that.
He was the one who had me in that gym.
Okay.
So
He's working you out.
It does. Look, we be honest, right?
So the chest.
Yeah, that's.
I fuck with that.
Mm-hmm.
I fuck with
And
that.
always teeth.
Yeah, I fuck with that.
Yeah.
I like me some good shoulders.
Oh yeah.
And arms.
Yeah, but I feel like if you got the chest, then you got that.
Yeah, it's all
Because
connected.
I will say that I like fit men.
Me too.
I don't
Me
like.
too.
Yeah, if you overweight,
Period.
no, I be like disgusted that you even thought you could talk to me.
Period. No shade. Because
Right.
niggas always talking shit about women.
Yeah.
Bodies and all. We can have preference.
No,
so you
right.
ain't wrong.
Yeah,
I want you fit, boo.
I have a type.
Blood pressure check.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You need to make sure your vitals is on point, nigga. You need to be eating vegetables, my nigga.
Excellent health.
Water.
Right.
You niggas don't
I
drink
can't
water.
be losing you. I done fell in love with you, and now you gone because you didn't take
so
care
you
of
ain't
yourself.
wrong. I love that. You like fit dick. Fit
Right,
dick
there you go.
only.
I love
dick
it.
only.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
next question. This is good. This is good. Okay.
It's all good.
Oh, take a shot.
Oh.
Put that in there.
Right.
I'm gonna take
Cheers.
one too.
We'll put that in there.
Put that in there.
Right, I beat it to the punch. Double up. 2 M's.
Okay. Let me see. Let me get an orange. I'm trying to get some of every color.
Okay, period.
What's the best foreplay? If you do like foreplay.
Ooh, seduction. Just as in being intriguing.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's crazy. Like you can get off work or whatever, you ready to shower and stuff. But if you just like being intriguing, like that's just
What? You gotta give us a scenario. What's the intriguing scenario? What do niggas do that's intriguing? Is it like a certain way they look?
the certain way they look and not talking.
Okay.
Body language,
Just like
explains
fucking you
a
with
lot.
the eyes a
Yeah,
little
type
bit.
shit, and
Okay.
or talking slow or just kind of
Okay.
being slow, and I'll be like, you trying to, what's up?
Okay.
Hey, I'll be ready, girl. I'll be like, I was waiting. Nah,
I was ready.
I was waiting at the door. Oh my God, you gotta be cutting up now. She got me too comfortable here.
I love it. Okay, we got 2 more because we over 10, but I'm gonna ask you 2 more questions
this
anyway.
is
I don't
good.
care,
Right?
Because it's good. It's good. Do you believe in revenge?
Ooh, the best revenge is your paper. Get your motherfucking money up. Don't worry about nobody. And if shit was done wrong, karma comes, the universe comes, and the universe always keeps me highly favored. So please don't play with me. But trust me, I'm not gonna do nothing to you. Some will be done to you, but it ain't gonna be for me. It'll be because what goes around comes around,
That's
right?
right.
Okay,
That's right.
yeah.
I'm Skippy.
Right. And that's an Aries speaking.
You're
It's like
damn
Skippy.
Skippy.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. Does stroke matter?
Ooh. Well, stroke. Is that a question? Yes. Yes, that matters. Nobody's ever asked me that. Yes, it definitely matters.
That just took you back.
No,
You
literally,
just
I
had a
was like-
moment like
No, now
you just had to
got
think.
me all the way
You
in
had to think.
Chicago. Why you do that
I'm
to me?
sorry.
I still got time here. Come on, Robin E. Damn.
Ooh, I think stroke absolutely matters because niggas don't be knowing how to fuck.
Yeah. Well, they be like, oh, size matters, but if they not stroking that, it's not even fun.
It's not fun.
It's not fun. It's not pleasurable.
Fun. It's not.
And then where size would matter, that stroke game up. Well, no.
Okay? 2 and 2, baby.
Yeah,
but get the stroke. Move them hips, niggas. Move y'all motherfucking hips. That's
Move
all
those
I'm
hips,
saying.
okay. Yeah.
Okay, right. Move your fucking hips.
Right.
Okay, let me see. One more. What is the craziest place you had sex?
Ooh. I don't want to talk about it. we can't. We just gonna end it. we just gonna end that.
We just gonna end it on that note. Gonna end it on that note.
It was crazy though, y'all. It was
We
crazy.
just gonna end it on that note. But
At a
shout
time.
out to you, Naommi. You snapped on the 10 minutes of honesty.
Thank you.
Nice and honest. We love that. We love that so much.
Yeah, we just gonna plead the fifth on that one. Now look, why you do that? You ask me all them questions, girl. Anyway.
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Amen. But no, I definitely appreciate you coming on Pillow Talk Podcast. Now, I know you're only going to be in Chicago for, a couple more days, but what else is going on? Where else can people see you in the Chicagoland area as far as shows, or when will you be back?
Hey, so pending follow up, that is pending,
Okay.
I'll be in the studio and doing podcasts and skits, but if you need a photo shoot for $150, call me.
Okay,
Yeah.
period,
Yeah. The best of the best. Uchi gang.
Now, of course, everybody know where they can follow you, Miss Naommi.
Yes. It's Naommi with 2Ms. I'm hotter, so who them? You can follow me on all platforms at Naommi with 2Ms. So NaommiWith 2Ms. I know it's long, and y'all always try to shorten shit, even when you try to make a long name, because everybody calls me 2Ms. But maybe one day I'll change it to 2Ms. But right now it's Naommi with 2Ms. No, let me stop. You gonna be cutting up. I'm gonna blame it on the Henny mango mix.
Y'all, I made a Henny. Shout out to
good.
Naommi. It's good, right?
You did that.
It's
The
good.
texture, the
You
concoction,
feel
the
me?
balance.
I
yeah.
told you.
Not
You
too
wouldn't even know.
pumpy,
You wouldn't even know it was 3 shots.
No, right. No, literally. But look, now we talking about. We need to stop.
The mango Henny. I might have to add like a daiquiri section to my show, because I be really trying to fake make daiquiris, because I don't like I can't do shots no more unless I'm in like party mode.
I'm auntie. I'm not doing no shots.
I need give me some mix I can sip on.
Yes.
I need to sip on it.
If I get a shot, I need a drink.
Yes, me too.
Yeah,
I can't just have the
right.
shot and that's it. I need something else. I can't
Right,
do that. I can't do that. Can't do that. But I appreciate you for coming on. Like I said, I am a fan of you. I love your essence and your presence. And I just love how you like connecting with people, man.
I love it.
It's so many artists or people in general, influencers, that out here, they're not trying to make connections with the people, man.
They being mean.
They being mean. They being cold-hearted. They being bitches.
Money.
They being YNs.
And it's just so disrespectful, because you literally gain that person's attention, which everybody got 24 hours in a day. Like, don't do that to your fans. Like, and I get it. You could be tired. Everybody coming in your face and stuff. Your fans gonna respect that, though. They be like, if you just say, hey, y'all, not today. I'm sorry. I'm tired. They gonna be like, damn, just like me. And they'll be relatable instead of saying, don't meet your heroes.
Right. Definitely. Y'all be doing a lot. But I'm happy that you are somebody that doesn't mind connecting, being visible, traveling. She got it all, y'all. So make sure you guys tap in with her. She's an amazing artist, model, all of the above, okay? All of the above.
Thank you, Robin. And also, my song Why You See Me is out on Bandcamp right now. You can own it for as little as $1.
Period. And go run it up. She told y'all ain't making no money on Spotify. She let y'all know.
Yeah, we're good on those. We're good.
But shout out to everybody that tunes in to Pillow Talk Podcast, voted one of Chicago's top podcasts. If you are not following us, why the fuck not? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now. If you want to be a guest, shoot me a DM, call me, beat me if you want to reach me, and we can definitely set that up. Sending love and light to all of y'all, man. Leaving with a little bit of unruly guidance. It does not cost anything to be your fucking self.
Ooh. Boom.
Peace out.
2Ms. Bye.